Just talk about the cold calling, which is responsible for most of your, new growth, right? So, like, what's your process? How does it work for you? Just talk about the cold calling, which is responsible for most of your, new growth, right? So, like, what's your process? How does it work for you? Like, so in this digital age, right? I mean, cold calling, I mean, it's an age old thing, right? But like, how does it even work? Like, where do you pick your numbers? Like, what do you do? Just walk us through that process because it's an interesting journey.
Yeah, well, there's a number of different ways, right? So we have there are associations out there that you can get numbers from, but you can also get them straight from Google, right? Like I was saying
Yeah.
before. So I mean, we're able to just look up in a given geography where these wholesalers and distributors operate, and typically they're all kind of clustered in the same part of the city. Usually the industrial part of the city where warehousing rents is a little bit cheaper, and yeah, we just call up either the general number, or if we're able to get a better number, then we'll call through that number too.
And then how does the reply rates or conversion rates work here? Right? So when you pick a call and when you just call somebody, you just start pitching your product right away. I mean, what happens after that? I mean, do they really care about your pitch, right? What really happens? Like, do you do any sort of maybe research about them? Like, just talk about the strategy that you exactly use to sort of get these deals done.
Yeah, I mean, we pre-qualify as much as we can. So we go on their website, we find out key bits of information, try to find the right person to talk to. And I think in terms of the call itself, we're able to once we're able to point in the right direction, I think we can kind of level set with our pitch in terms of who we're trying to talk to and why. The biggest problem in our industry, I think, is the gatekeeper. Usually there's a front desk employee whose sole job on the phone is to hang up on people.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we can't get past them, then we're
So do you really pitch on your first cold call itself, or your first call is just about getting to know each other, or like what happens on that first phone call?
Yeah, we pitch on the first phone call.
Okay.
Then I think we try to do it to gain trust. Want to be honest about why we're calling, straightforward, and that often does lead to a bit of hangups. But at the same time, when we call back again and again, they're less and less rude every time.
Mhm.
And so you can find yourself in our industry calling between 8 and 16 times, and that might be the number of times that you need to call in order to get to a demo.
You call the same person 8 to 16 times.
Yeah.
And like, okay, that sounds a bit annoying to me. Like, would you call me 8 to 16 times if I just don't pick up your call? Is that what you're saying? Or
Well, yeah, not in a row, obviously, right? But we're talking about over extended period of time. We might be looking at 3-4 months.
okay. But
and
that's once they express interest and all, right?
it might be, or maybe we're just not able to get past the gatekeeper, and we just keep
Okay.
calling the gatekeeper. And eventually they become kind, usually, because they know that there's a human on the other end, and we're earnestly trying to get in touch. But um, and I think we try to scope out our sales development reps to make sure that they are kind of the kind of people that try to take that more human approach. But
Yeah.
I mean, it can go the other way
So
for you, right?
can you put a number on this? Like for every 100 calls or 100 prospects that you try to reach out with cold calling, right? So how many of them do really sort of take it forward from that first call?
Well, I mean, what I could tell you is, for every 100 dials that we make,
Mhm.
we're usually able to book, 2 to 3 demos.
Okay. So that's really a lot of hard work that you do.
Yep.
Got it. Right. So that's pretty amazing. Thanks for watching the B2B SaaS podcast channel. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel here.